tonight's ball game for Pinkerton High School, number 15, Gavin Ozier, split end. Number 70, Logan Robinson, left tackle. Number 78, Brady Dorazano, left guard. Number 59, Thomas McDonald, at center. Number 55, Nathan Burris, right guard. Number 64, Aiden Fox, right tackle. Number 87, Anthony DeSalvo, tight end. At quarterback, number 10, Jeff Hudson. Halfback, number 44, Evan Wilson. Number 23, Marcus Terrio, halfback. And number 48, Jake McGinnis at fullback. Starting lineup for Central, number 84, Matt Rivard at tight end. Number 73, Andrew Farrell, left tackle. Number 54, Christian Douglas, left guard. At center, number 67, Nick Budboy. Number 56, Josiah Francis, right guard. Number 55, Adam Kendrew, right tackle. Number 1, Miguel Dempsey, wide receiver. Number 14, Tyler Gilroy, quarterback. Number 34, Evan Smith, fullback. Number 13, Joel Ayala Pasco, tailback. And at wide receiver, number 6, Sean McGarvey. Your officials for the ball game, the referee, Jim Pressure, the umpire, William Nemrick, the head lineman is Mike Murphy, the line judge is Mike Grondin, and the back judge is Mark Gregorakis. The electric scoreboard operator is Bill Meisel, and the clock on the scoreboard is official. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please rise and remove your hats as the Manchester Central High School Marching Band plays our national anthem.
Good evening and welcome to historic Gill Stadium for Manchester Public Television's Friday Night Football. We have a great matchup tonight as the Pinkerton Academy Astros take on the Queen City to face off against Manchester Central's Little Green. Hello everyone, I'm Dan Hanna along with my fellow commentator Daniel Gannett. Both teams come to this game sporting a 1-1 record. What a beautiful night for football, huh, Daniel?
Yes, 71 degrees. We're ready for kickoff. The teams have lined up. And it's two teams coming off of wins last week. So they both opened up with losses, coming off wins. And it's the tale of David versus Goliath.
It really is. The Pinkerton team has a storied history of countless victories and 11 state championships, and then the Little Green, they're in a rebuilding cycle. They've got a very young side, but they've got something to prove here on their home turf. And for the Green, you can't make mistakes tonight against a powerhouse team like this. You have to do everything right in order to win a ball game against Pinkerton Academy. That's right. As the coach said last week, everybody, players and coaches, all have to make good decisions all night long. Here is the kickoff. Central touches the ball but fumbles the catch, and it is out of bounds at their own 4-yard line.
Yeah, it was a bad decision right there. You want to let that ball go, but they'll start deep in their own territory. And like we said right away, you don't want to make mistakes. You don't want to hurt yourself.
Yeah, they've lined themselves up deep in their own zone. It's going to be tough going trying to get themselves out of this. Central's number 14, Tyler Gilroy, making the call in the huddle and coming up to the line. They're in a straight I formation, tight end to the left, wide out to the right. Handoff, comes up the middle, gets about 4.5 yards.
And that's what you want to do here. You want to play it safe. You're so far back in your own end, it's real risky to throw the ball.
Absolutely. You just want to inch your way up the field. It's a game of inches.
Nice 5-yard run right there. 2nd and 5.
Same formation, fullback and a halfback. Breaks it outside. He's got some legs. Breaks a couple of tackles, makes it up the sideline to about the 35-yard line.
Nice run going right around the tackle and just outrunning the defenders.
Yep, broke a couple of tackles. It was a decent stiff arm. That's the kind of game that Central needed to get themselves out of that situation, being deep in their own zone.
Yeah, they got some breathing room now. They got the 31-yard line.
Now that they're in a safer position, they got 2 wideouts spread on either side. Left side way out. Still 2 backs. Another hand up, still going to the right side. Great blocking up front. Looks like they got very, very close to the first down. It is still 2nd down, though.
Yeah, it looks like it's about, what, 2nd and a yard?
Just about. Still got 2 wideouts, I formation in the backfield. They go outside sweep. Pinkerton, defensive end, just eats him up.
Yeah, the Astros read that right away. Nice penetration, get beyond the line of scrimmage. Lost him about a yard there.
I believe that was Thomas McDonald, number 59, a outside linebacker. All right. All right. Shotgun, 1 halfback, 3 wideouts to the left, 1 to the right. It's pass. Pass is complete. They get the first down, out of bounds at the 44-yard line.
It's a nice opening drive. They're moving the ball down the field. They started out with a couple of runs and now open it up with the pass.
Yeah, it had 1 inside run, another outside run, back to the inside, outside, and then a pass once they got some space. They're piecing together a pretty good drive.
And that's what you needed, you know, early on. You sustain a little bit of confidence when you come out here in your drive. You're able to move the ball against a really good football team.
Same formation as last play, trips to the left, 1 to the right, shotgun. Really, really good coverage downfield. The Central High was not able to find an open receiver, and he just threw it away.
Yeah, Tyler Gilroy rolling to his left. He was looking for someone, had nobody, and a safe play right there, just throw it away.
He had Trent LeDuc, number 25, defensive end, in his face with his hands up, harrying the pass, and he just needed to get rid of it before he got sacked.
And that's the right play there. You don't want to make the wrong decision and throw it into coverage and end up with a turnover.
Yeah, never want to throw it back across your body going into the teeth of the defense. You're going to get a turnover. One wide to the left, one wide to the right. Runs to the right again. Another great run. That right side of the line is really blocking well.
Yeah, Luis Sanchez with a run there. Took it right outside the tackles. Picked up a couple of yards.
Coming up on 3rd down and about 5.
Pinkerton really hasn't found an answer yet for stopping the run.
No, they haven't. There was one run play out of the last 6 that it didn't amount to much, but 5 out of 6 running plays going really, really well for Central. QB sneaks it.
Looks like he got it.
He might have that first down. He needed about 3.5 yards, and it looks like he got it. Yep, they're signaling to move the chains. That's a first down on the QB sneak.
Yeah, Gilroy just stuck his nose right in there. Picked up 4 yards on the play.
I formation still. They got a tight end to the left as well as a wide out. Another great run play for Central. Tried and true. They're just moving it down the field about 4 or 5 yards every single carry.
Yeah, Sanchez put on his dancing shoes there. He waited for his line to give him an opening, and he picked up a good gain right there.
Second down and about 5.
Another thing for Central here, too, I like how they're controlling the clock, and that's another way they're going to be able to win this ball game.
That's right. Just chipping away at it, setting up good plays, making good decisions. Looks like we got a false start. On the offense, they're going to walk it back. That's tough. Those are those kind of mistakes that you don't want to have happen, especially when you got the momentum going in a great drive.
Yep, those are drive killers.
We got 2nd and 10. Or 2nd and 8, sorry, 2nd and 8. Twin receivers on both sides, single halfback, quarterback in the shotgun.
2nd and 9.
He lofts it. That was an incredible catch.
Looks like they're ruling it a catch. He came down with that.
He was in double coverage. He went up and he got that ball. That was a great throw over the defense.
Andrew Contas. He was in double coverage and he was able to wrestle that ball away from the defenders.
That was impressive. It's hard to make a catch in double coverage, let alone at this level. Pinkerton needs to make a stop right here if they expect to do anything this game. Need to set the tone. 2 wide, eye backfield, false start on the wide out to the right.
Those are the penalties that are just going to crush your drives.
So that's number 27.
Carlos Romero.
Carlos Romero with the false start. Crowd's getting into it a little bit. The cheerleaders were into it. Maybe he didn't hear what the count was going to be. He definitely took off early.
It's those pre-snap penalties that the coaches hate.
Oh, yeah. Those are the mental mistakes that will keep you up at night. First and 15. Run to the left. Gets outside, but gets strung out to the sideline.
Sanchez had nowhere to go there. He tried to go around the tackle, and he was just swarmed by the Astros defenders.
Only got about half a yard, so here we are, 2nd and 14 and a half from the Pinkerton 23. Little Green still with the I formation, 2 wideouts. 1 tight end on the left. Another pass.
That was a play-action pass right across the middle. Those are the dangerous ones that you're throwing right into the teeth of the defense.
I think their timing might have been just a little bit off. I think the quarterback rushed that throw a little bit. If he had given it another half a second, that tight end was going to come out from behind that middle linebacker, and we would have had him just on that right seam. But he rushed it a little bit. It was behind the tight end and almost got picked off. It went through one defender's hands.
Third down, 13.
Trips to the right, single to the left, single halfback shotgun. Another pass. Great completion. Catches it inbounds, keeps his toes in.
That's Sean McGarvey just tiptoeing his feet on the sideline.
It's rare to see a high schooler looking like Julio Jones out there.
That was a beautiful play. That another first down for the Astros. Excuse me, for Central.
That's right, that little green. The Astros, they need to step up and find a way to stop these guys. I mean, it is fourth down and about a yard and a half, and the kicking team is not on the field.
Oh, they ruled them short there, so they're going for it on fourth down.
They've got a wildcat.
It looks like he didn't get back to the line of scrimmage.
It's that number 23 for the Astros, Marcus Torrio. He broke through, took out the halfback, and then took the quarterback down who was trying to wildcat run it through. That was exactly the stop that Pinkerton needed.
So a turnover on downs in the red zone. They get no points out of that drive, starting at the 4-yard line.
It was a gorgeous drive, working their way down the field, had a couple of penalties, and still got it down to the 12-yard line. Here comes Pinkerton. Little Green makes a good stop.
Looks like a pickup of a couple of yards on that play.
2.5, maybe 3.
Wilson carried on the play.
Pinkerton's Jeff Potvin running the huddles. Sends a wide out to the left and the center up to the line early. It's like we've got 2 to the left, 2 halfbacks. Hands it off on the left side. Again, another couple of yards.
And that's Pinkerton football, too. They're going to run the ball right down your throat and make you try to stop them.
I found when playing in this league that the best teams around only have about 4 or 5 plays. They might have a whole bunch of different formations, but they've got 4 plays, and they know it to a T. The successful teams do the same thing year in and year out. Pinkerton completes a pass. He gets knocked out of bounds at about the 40-yard line. That was a great pass. It was a well-designed play. The wideout went streaking down the field, and the slot receiver had an out route underneath.
And so the Astros are quickly moving the ball down the field here. You can feel the momentum change. The hurry-up offense.
Great misdirection in the backfield. That was a run right up the gut to about Central's 38-yard line.
You can see Central back on their heels. The hurry-up offense is really hurting them.
Central is definitely on their heels. They cannot catch their breath. Pinkerton is coming up to the line and setting up quick and snapping it quick. Motion to the left. Pinkerton number 48, still going, gets down to about the 3-yard line. He had contact at the 20, and he was dragging the man another 17 yards.
And call that guy an Uber driver, because he was just taking those guys for a ride.
That's right.
He had a couple of defenders on his back, carried him for several yards there.
First and goal. 5-yard line.
Hops over the lineman in for the touchdown. Pinkerton gets 6 points.
That's just a fullback dive right up the middle to Jake McGinnis, and he was untouched. That was as easy a touchdown as you're ever going to have.
And Jake McGinnis is a beast out there. He was dragging men for 17 yards and then hurdling over linemen to get in for the score.
Yeah, he looks like a man among boys. He's 6 foot, 220 pounds.
That is a big man. They line up for the kick for the extra point. Signal. It is good. Pinkerton is on top 7-0. What a difference between the two drives. I mean, one drive, you've got Central inching their way, being methodical, setting the pace, and then Pinkerton is just fast and furious. We're going to march down the field.
Yeah, that was a blink of an eye score. It felt like just in a second they drove it right down the field, and you used the perfect word. With Central, it felt methodical. And that's what they should do, though. You know, they need to control the clock. They did that, but ultimately, you see Pinkerton and you see why they're a powerhouse, how quickly they can score.
Absolutely. I mean, it was like 4 or 5 big plays, and then they were in the end zone. Couple of small plays to get the drive started, but that was it. That was them warming up.
And when you have a guy like McGinnis, the fullback, that's 220 pounds, you just hand him the ball and let him do the work.
Lined up for another kickoff. Let's see if Central can make a return out of this, get a little bit better field position than they did last time. Kick is much shorter, right down the middle of the field. We will get a return out of this. Breaks one tackle, makes for the sideline. Gets up to about the 34-yard line. Much, much better start this drive for Central.
Yeah, they have great field position starting out at the 34. Let's see what they can do here.
And considering their last drive, they went 80-plus yards. If they can do the same here, that's a touchdown.
Absolutely. And for them, they just need to do the same thing they did last drive. Just cut out the penalties.
Exactly. Those 2 mistakes is what killed that drive. Trips to the left, one to the right, 1 halfback shotgun. They had success with this, a couple of passes last drive. There is a flag on the field. See one referee talking to number 27. It's Carlos Romero. False start. Another penalty.
Another pre-snap penalty. Just what we were talking about. That is going to crush them tonight.
Yep. Yeah, got to keep a clean game. We said it in the lead-up that if Central's going to be successful this game, they have to have a perfect game. No mistakes. 3 mistakes in the first quarter, and they're down 7-0.
And the pre-snap penalties are just mental errors.
Yes. Yeah, I'll take a physical error all day as a coach, but mental errors, got to cut those. Another pass, same exact play, complete to the left side. It's a great 11-yard play, but because of the penalty, they're still behind.
Yeah, Gilroy with a 2-step drop, throw out to his right, pick up a couple of yards. Like you said, they're still backed up.
So the Pinkerton secondary is playing pretty loose. They're not lining up very close on those receivers. They're all hanging back at least 3-4 yards. No, long pass.
Looked like it was a miscommunication. They didn't know where they were going with that ball, and it was almost picked off.
And that defensive back, Nathan Campos, was the one that knocked it down. If it had made it over his fingertips, that might have been a completion. Trips to the left, halfback shotgun. They've used this formation a lot today. Good protection. Incomplete.
Looks like he had it in his hands and just dropped it. So that'll set up 4th and 6, and they'll punt it away here.
We'll say something about the central linemen when they're dropping back into the pass. So the defensive ends are getting penetration, but the tackles are able to get back there and form a good pocket that he's able to step up into and actually make a good throw. Punts away, short, squibs, bounces. That's a great bounce. Down to about the 20-yard line.
And another drive that was killed by that penalty. The penalty just ruined the whole drive there.
That's it. First 2 drives. First drive was gorgeous. Methodical, moving down the field, inch by inch, couple of penalties, and it was done. Second drive started with a penalty, ended early. Pinkerton with a single back, 2 wings, motion left to right, hands it to the motion man. Great block up front, great stiff arm. Gets about 5 or maybe 6 yards out of it.
Big block carry on the play.
He was trying to get around the corner, but it was a good job by Central to pick up that end around.
At the 25-yard line.
And that was a textbook stiff arm, too. I mean, that outside linebacker, defensive back, he held on for dear life and was able to get him out of bounds. Motion, left to right, right to left, sorry. To the wide side of the field, big play. Finally gets forced out of bounds. Looks like they're gonna spot it at about the 41-yard line. That is a huge gain. It was the exact same play as last time, just a mirror image.
Jacob Albert just outran the defense there. He went right around the guards and the tackles and just was gone. Nobody touched him for a good 30 yards.
Yeah, on the near side hash mark, run that same play, but this time run it out to the wide side of the field, able to round that corner with more area to cover. Central with some great penetration. Tackled for about a 1-yard loss.
Evan Wilson tried to spin away from that tackle, but couldn't get away from the defender.
2nd and 11. Looks like Central's running a 4-4. Up the gut with that, and it was not successful.
Yeah, the fullback carry up the middle, and that was snuffed out right away.
Yeah. And Central finally woke up to the fact that that fullback can move.
And that's a good job by the Central coaching staff to recognize what Pinkerton is doing there. They're running power football right up the middle.
Yeah, and stuff in the box with 8 guys, making sure that they are controlling that line of scrimmage. Fakes the fullback, gets it to number 2, Jacob Albert. He goes to the left side, gets a decent gain, but it is about 4th and 4. They're in that area of the field where you're too close to punt, you're too far to take a field goal.
Yeah, they're going to go for it here.
4th and 4. 2 wings, a fullback. Wing comes in motion, they hand it to him. Same play, he gets outside. He's moving, knocked out of bounds at about the 7-yard line.
Another huge run for Jacob Albert. He's been doing that all night, just getting around the corner and outrunning defenders.
Getting that motion, getting that head of steam, and then getting the ball is keeping that defense on their heels.
And for Central, they've solved the run through the middle. Now
looks like the ball is coming back. There's a flag on the play.
Oh, they're going backwards with it.
They're going back with it. They're going back from the, looks like 10 yards from the spot of the foul. I'm going to say it was most likely a holding call. Yep, holding. Holding was the first signal, but he's conferring with the referee.
That's the end of the first quarter.
The holding on the defense, 10 yards from the spot of the foul, brings it back to 4th and 10 from the 40-yard line. And the clock has run out on the quarter. Believe because it was ended on a penalty, this will be an untimed down. And now that it is 4th and 10, they are going to punt it. Picasso Bates back to punt. Central signaling to stay away from the ball. And they get pinned back at the 7-yard line. Honestly, Central couldn't hope for a better outcome in that drive.
Yeah, that was a good stop by them, you know, and penalties will always hurt you, and that will crush you on drives. You look at that play, if they didn't have that penalty right at the end right there, they would be set up in perfect position to score another touchdown.
It'd be 1st and goal at the 7-yard line instead of 1st and 10 at the 7 going the other way.
Absolutely.
That brings us to the end of the first quarter, beginning of the second. We're going to switch ends of the field. Now we're going to have the little green going from left to right. Got 1st and 10, pinned deep in their own zone. They had decent success when they were pinned deep in their own zone before. Maybe they can have that same mindset of just inching their way down the field.
And that's what they're going to have to do. You can't make mistakes in your own end and flip the field quickly.
Considering the power that the Pinkerton team has had and the success they've had over the last several years and the point differential that they've been able to put up, the fact that this game is 7-0 is a testament to Central's defense.
And that's the coaching staff recognizing what the Astros are going to do, their power football, and realizing you got to load up 8 in the box, you got to stack that defense and stop the run.
Central coming out, tight end to the right, wide out on either side, I formation. Gives it to the fullback, up the gut. Gets about 2 yards, up to about the 9.
Smith carried on the play.
I like seeing young teams like this run plays like that because he made that handoff to the fullback, but then he put that left hand out to the halfback. So that's going to keep those linebackers honest. It's going to keep them thinking, oh, wait, did that go to the fullback or did it go to the halfback going out wide? Same formation. Tight end on the left side now. Gives it to the halfback on the right. Hurdles over a lineman, gets up to about the 12-yard line.
And for Central, at some point, in order to win this ball game, you're going to have to do something other than just run it right up the middle.
Yeah, two plays in a row, running right up the middle. We're set up for a 3rd and 4.
12-yard line.
Two wide outside end to the left eye formation. Sweep to the right. Looks like he's got the first down. Gets up to about the 20-yard line and resets the sticks. And like we said, you can't run it up the middle every time, so run it outside and get that first down.
Well, it's worked for the Astros tonight, so why not for the little green?
A couple of substitutions on the Pinkerton side.
And you want to be able to use Luis Sanchez's wheels. You can see how fast he is, so you give it to him around the end and let him just outrun the defenders.
Fumble. Gets picked up by the defense. Number 59, Thomas McDonald with the recovery.
Looks like we got an injured player down on the field as well.
He's up slowly, but he's up.
Recovered by McDonald, Pinkerton.
He's holding his head. He looks like he got his bell rung pretty good.
That was just a big lick on the runner. And that forced the fumble, and that's another turnover. That's going to really hurt them. They're set up in great field position now.
At the 32-yard line, 1st and 10. 1 wide to the left, 2 in the backfield. Handoff up the... He breaks a tackle. Stiff arm, stays on his feet, in for the touchdown.
David Clark carries a Pinkerton touchdown. David Clark, Pinkerton touchdown.
David Clark with a huge run down the right sideline.
Well, all the linebackers bit on that. They made the fake to the fullback up the middle. That's where they've been having the success. So the linebackers bit hard, handed off to the halfback, who then runs it to the outside. Halfback one-on-one with a corner, stiff arm touchdown.
And just like that Fast and the Furious offense, 13-0 with the extra point coming.
The kick is good. 14-0 with 10:18 left in the half.
And so for Pinkerton, that's points off of the turnover right there, the fumble, and on the very next play, drive it right down the field for the touchdown.
We've been saying it all night. Just can't make mistakes. Playing a team like Pinkerton, you just can't make mistakes.
And so now for the Green, they have to dig themselves out of a hole. We'll see what they're made of here.
I mean, they've got talent. They've got heart. They're fighting every down. They've made 4 mistakes all game, and it's cost them 14 points. Back to receive the ball, we've got Sean McGarvey and Jalen Burris.
Kicking off the Pinkerton, number 6, Brandon Roy.
The kick is going to McGarvey, gets it at about the 7. Gets blockers, he's in the open, gets tackled by the kicker at about the 40-yard line.
McGarvey had one man to beat. And that'll set him up in really good field position on this drive.
The best position they've had all game. And as a kick returner myself, I can say that getting tackled by the kicker is your worst nightmare.
Yeah, he's not going to like watching that in the film room.
Oh, no.
But the Green, they're still in this game. If he broke that tackle and scored a touchdown right there, it's a 7-point ball game.
Exactly. It's only 2 scores, and any play can break open at any point. 2 wideouts, tight end to the left, I formation. Play action on the flat. It's that number 34. Evan Smith just took his eyes off the ball at the last second.
Yeah, he looked like he turned to run downfield, see where the defenders were, and drop that ball in the flat.
Just got to watch it into your hands before you make your first move. He made that move just a hair too soon, and now it's 2nd and 10.
Interesting to see Central throwing on 1st down when they've been running the ball all game.
From an offensive coordinator standpoint, I mean, you got to switch it up, keep them on their toes. Now we got a very spread motion, left to right. Another play action, airs it out. It looks like there was a wide receiver on the ground. A flag comes out. The ball was intercepted, but the referees stopped the play before it could even finish.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be pass interference on Pinkerton.
Had that wide receiver not been knocked down, that was a catchable ball.
Yeah, it looked like the receiver was looking back for the ball, and the defenders closed on him, and before the ball was there, knocked him down.
Oh, yeah. The ball was 10 yards away, and he got hit by 2 men. Seems to be some confusion in the central huddle. The call is pass interference on Pinkerton. Looked like they moved it 15 yards. They're gonna move it from.
Looks like they're calling offensive pass interference. They're moving it back.
Well, they're going back to the line of scrimmage, and it looks like they're going to step it off from there.
Okay. A lot of confusion out there on the field as to what the officials were doing. They were huddling up. Now they got it all straightened out. All right.
Pass interference on Pinkerton. 15-yard penalty, 1st and 10 from the Pinkerton 46-yard line. Twins on either side. Single halfback shotgun. Motion right to left. Fake the handoff. Quarterback keeps it. Barely gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Looked like that was a designed run there.
It did look like a designed run, and I'm baffled as to why he went down so easily.
Second and 10.
Same motion. That was a pass play, but he opted to keep it.
So a couple back-to-back quarterback keepers here. Picks up several yards.
Looks like it is now 3rd and 5. 5 yards to the line of gain. Decent offensive position on the field. We're in that no man. We're in 4-down territory right now.
Third down 5.
Nice catch coming back for the ball and by number 9. That's Sean Kelly. The ball came out, and that was not a tight spiral at all. I don't think that was how the quarterback wanted that to come out, but Sean Kelly is able to get the ball that gets a generous spot.
Yeah, they'll mark that as a 1st down.
1st down at the Pinkerton 35. Same formation, Twins on either side. Shotgun, designed run. Straight up the middle for the quarterback, gets about 4 yards.
Looked like that was the Wildcat formation. They had Joshua Jerome on the carry on that play.
I was going to say, that did not look like the normal Tyler Gilroy getting the ball. I think that caught the Pinkerton defense on their heels. Looks like they're doing it again. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, we're going to stuff you in the backfield.
Yeah, Pinkerton snuffed that one out real early on. Stopped him in the backfield. Bring up a 3rd and 7.
Still most likely out of range for a kicker at this level. So need to get a decent gain right here. Trips to the left, 1 to the right. Halfback still got number 3 in, getting the snap. He's throwing it. And out of bounds. Looks like Sean McGarvey is holding his left leg, is down on the field. Looked like he let up on running for that ball about halfway through the route.
So it looks like an injury timeout here.
Now teams are taking a knee. Trainer is over with him, working on his right leg. He's by far their best return man, and one of their great guys out of that slot and wide. He's up. He's on his own feet without support, so that's a good sign.
It is a little bit warm down there. Could be a cramp. Hopefully that's all it is for him.
Walking it off gingerly on that right leg, but hopefully we see him back soon. This Central team definitely could use him. Trips to the left, one to the right. Still got number 3 in at quarterback. I wonder if this is just a positional change. He gets drilled in the backfield. Looked like number 73, Matthew Sigmund, 5'9", 188.
Sigmund just swallowed him up. Came right up the middle, and he had nowhere to go.
That is a quarterback's worst nightmare, seeing the center of your line just get blown out.
So another turnover on downs.
That is the kind of fourth down play that every defensive lineman dreams of right there. Motion from left to right, fake the handoff, goes for the pass, can't quite pull it in. Off the fingertips of number 23.
Marcus Turrillo.
Marcus Turrillo, if that had made it into his hands, he had probably 10 yards to the next defender, and that boy's got some wheels.
Yeah, he had space. It's another one of those plays where you're almost turning around to run before you have the ball, and it tends, you drop the ball a lot of times when that happens.
Exactly. You got to watch it all the way into your hands, secure that football, and then make your move upfield. Central still in the 4-4. Hand off to the halfback. Gets taken down at maybe a 1-yard gain. That was a great tackle coming through there.
Yeah,
wrapped him up high and twisted him down.
A little bit more of a slowed down pace now for the Astros, as earlier on in the game they were moving the ball real quick, that hurry up offense.
Yeah, they had the short snap counts, getting the plays off quick. Back to that roll, play action. Ball gets tipped. Number 20 makes the catch. He gets all the way down to about the 18-yard line.
Yeah, that ball was tipped, and David Clark was the recipient of it. Almost intercepted. Sets him up in real good field position here. At the 18-yard line, 1st and 10.
Number 44 going just off tackle to Evan Wilson with a few yards. Gets about 6 on the play.
It's that fullback power right up the middle for 6 yards. And the Green haven't been able to solve the run at all tonight.
No, they haven't. This Pinkerton team's got some stout running backs, and they are showing it. Another one up the gut. Breaks through for another touchdown. It's like that's McGinnis again, number 48 with his second touchdown of the day.
Another fullback handoff right up the middle. Nothing Central could do.
Oh, the middle of their defensive line is just getting worked. Line up for the extra point. Signal is good. Pinkerton is up 21-0 with 5:07 left in the second quarter.
For Pinkerton, exactly as advertised tonight. Power football, just run it right down their throat, try to stop us.
And exactly what the coach didn't want to have happen on the Central side. He said it to the leader a week ago that everybody's got to make good decisions. And they've made a couple of mistakes, and it has cost them dearly.
Yeah, you're not going to win a football game making lots of penalties and pre-snap errors. All those false start penalties back you up, and they've turned the ball over twice.
Looks like Luis Sanchez is back in place of Sean McGarvey to receive the kick.
Yeah, you got McGarvey on the sideline still trying to work out that hamstring.
Here's the kick going to Jalen. He fields it well. Makes a man miss at about the 20. Gets swallowed up at about the 25. It's a good return, switching fields, following a couple of blockers.
This is where Central, you want to put together a good drive before half so you can go in the locker room feeling good about yourself.
Absolutely. This is when you need to set the tone, to step up your game, make those good decisions, make the right plays. 4:54 left in the half. Central needs to get something moving. One wide out to the right, another to the left. Tight end on the left side, I formation. Gets strung out, not quite able to turn the corner, gets about 2 yards out of the play.
That's a good job by Pinkerton's defense, just closing on that end around and not allowing them to get anywhere.
They know their assignments. They know who is supposed to be the outside contain, and they're disciplined in those assignments. Same formation, straight eye. Pinkerton in a 4-4. 4-3. Tries a run up the middle. Again, only good for about 2.5 yards. Third down and about 5 or 6. So they tried it to the short side of the field, got strung out to the sideline, tried it up the middle, got a couple of yards.
Third down 6.
Tight end moves to the short side of the field. Checks down to his halfback. Halfback just barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. It is 4th and 5 from the 30-yard line.
And that's good discipline by the Pinkerton defense, just staying in position and waiting for that play to develop, and they were right there to stop that screen.
Absolutely. That outside linebacker was there to cover that halfback out of the backfield. It was a smart choice by the Pinkerton quarterback to check down to the halfback, but much ado about nothing. Here's the punt. It bounces, is brought in by number 2, who gets a great return, comes up the sideline, gets up to about the 41-yard line.
Jacob Albert showing those wheels again.
Spotted at the 41, Pinkerton ball 1st and 10.
And Pinkerton starts with great field position.
Pinkerton with the 2 wings and the single back. That is a no-nonsense formation. End around, breaks a tackle, makes it up to the 30-yard line. 1st and 10 followed by a 1st and 10.
Power football. Jacob Albert using his wheels as he's done all night long, and they know what they are as an offense. Just hand the ball off.
Yep.
And let them run.
Yep. This formation is, we are going to run it at you. As I say that, they pass it to the fullback, McInnes, who twists his way to another 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Right now for Central, they have no answers.
No, 3 plays, 3 first downs. This has been the Pinkerton show. Quarterback rolls to the right. Had that wide receiver wide open, but just lofted it a little too far.
Looks like there's a flag down on the field.
We'll see what the call is. They're walking it back toward Pinkerton. Legal formation. In a legal formation call, I'm going to assume they had too many men on the line. Too wide to the right. Rare for Pinkerton. Handed off to number 48. He gets knocked back, but not down. Able to get 4 yards.
And Jake McInnes was hit behind the line of scrimmage, was able to fend off a couple of the tacklers and pick up a couple of yards.
As you said before, that is a big boy.
220 pounds. I'm not trying to stop that.
No. He's got 4 inches and 40 pounds on me, so he could take that from me all day. Another end around, runs over the safety.
Albert carried to the 14-yard line.
Up to the 14-yard line, it is 3rd and 5. Penalty backed him up, but it did not slow him down. Quick snap. Up the middle, great misdirection, in for the touchdown.
Jake McInnes just dragging tacklers into the end zone.
That quarterback in the backfield, after he's handing it off to the fullback, is making some really good fakes that is getting those outside defenders to bite around the edges because they think that end around is coming. But it's already gone up the middle, and McGinnis has 2 men on his back, and he carries him into the end zone.
Just like that. 27-0 with the extra point coming.
Brandon Roy attempting the extra point.
The point is good.
Brandon Roy.
28-0. 46.5 seconds on the clock.
And for Pinkerton, after week 1 losing 41-0 at home to the Salem Blue Devils, and last week winning just Central, they've only scored 14 points through 2 games. They're being shut out tonight. It's going to be a tough task in the second half to get back into this ball game.
It is. But they're not lost for talent. They've got some players that can make plays. They just need to make smart decisions and cut out the mistakes. It'll be a tall task to come back and win this game, but if they can cut the mistakes out, they can make the second half very interesting.
And for Pinkerton, just do what you've been doing all night. Just run the football, power football.
Yep. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Absolutely.
Brandon Roy, you want to kick.
Kick is back to Jalen Burris again. Stays on his feet after one tackler, but ends up getting taken down at about the 16, 17-yard line.
Another penalty marker down. Looks like the officials are discussing it.
Penalty marker is at the 20-yard line.
Spotted on the 16-yard line.
Looks like a block in the back on Central. They're gonna walk it back from where the play ended. Like it's a 10-yard penalty. Central is starting at their own 8-yard line. Trips to the left, single to the right. No tight end, shotgun. Hands it off up the middle. He's got plenty of space. Spread the field and run it up the middle.
Evan Smith carried on the play.
Evan Smith with the run.
Wilson on the tackle.
Or, I'm sorry, 24. That was Raheem Dukes. Same formation, shotgun. Well-designed play. Gets it complete to about the 30-yard line. Are they going to give him the spot, or are they going to make a measurement? Looks like it is.
That's it. The clock's going to run out.
That is halftime. So I don't know if that last bit was Central showing signs of life, or if it was Pinkerton putting a bunch of defensive backs out there and just hanging back.
Yeah, it looked more of the latter there. But positive going in the locker room. You got to turn it around. Second half, get out there and run the ball and make some positive plays and cut down the mental mistakes.
Well, that's it for halftime, the first half here at Gill Stadium. Pinkerton is up over Central 28-0. If you want to stay tuned for the halftime Central High Band show, please stay with us.
Academy Marching Band. This year's show is entitled A Trip to the Moon with Alan Shepard. The performance opens with Flare to the Moon, followed by the original and next generation Star Trek themes, Flying to the Moon, and Jupiter from hosts the planets. The band directors are Jim Butcher, Michael Adams, and Ian Nelson. The drum instructors are Jess Hosowitz and Travis Fitzgerald. The band is led on the field by senior drum major Jesse Hain, Ashley Sierra, and Grace Faraccio. Drummer captain senior Kobe Ryan. Opening narration by junior Chris Carpetta. Everyone, please welcome the Pinkerton Academy Marching Band.
Blasted off from Cape Canaveral, Florida on May 5th, 1961. On July 20th, 1969, Neil Armstrong took man's first step on the surface of the moon. 2 years later, Admiral Shepard would leave Earth's atmosphere once again to become the fifth man to walk on the moon, and the first to play a big moon golf. Audio recordings of tonight's performance come from Shepard's NASA flight logs during the
Okay, I had one question from Dr. Gilruth. They're wondering how you all like zero G.
Say again, Houston?
Dr. Gilruth was wondering how you like to flight in zero G.
Hey, I think I got that one, Gordon. You're asking about zero G, and it's really great. Everybody's in great shape. We're having a ball. We're ahead of the timeline.
Congratulations, Pinkerton Academy Marching Band. Now onto the field is the Central High School Marching Band color guard. Marching band under the direction of Isabel and Timothy Eno. The color guard is under the direction of Pete Schaefer and Brianna Strack. Drum majors are Katie Delaney, Michael Dupre, and Caitlin Bennett. Apprentice drum majors are Matthew Blair, Maxwell Ramos, and Ainsley Rivers-Smith. The show tonight contains 4 songs from the 1970s. ABBA, Dancing Queen, Casey and the Sunshine Band, That's the Way I Like It, Cat Benetars, Hit Me With a Shot, and Queen, Don't Stop Me Now. Please welcome onto the field the Central High School Marching Band color guard. probably 50-50 ticket number. If you won, you should receive your $100 jackpot from the cheerleaders. Go to the cheerleaders. If you have ticket number 316-272, that is 316-272, go to the cheerleaders.
Welcome back to Manchester Public Television's Friday Night Football. Here with our matchup between the Pinkerton Astros and the Manchester Central Little Green. It has been quite the one-sided battle, 28-0 here at halftime. The bands just played, and the Central band had a couple of pretty interesting characters on their side with two of their sophomore football players, number 4 Aiden Kelly and number 28 Liam Delaney, out there showing their dual talent.
They were right out there in the middle of the march, and they were in full uniform. I've never seen anything like it.
It's amazing seeing a guy in full pads out there playing the trumpet or the trombone. That was pretty interesting.
You know, they say you see something new every day. I can honestly say I've never seen that in my life.
Sadly for the Manchester Central team, though, it may not bode well that some of their players have split attention, because it's been showing thus far they're not quite focusing the way that they probably hoped that they would be, making a few mental mistakes in that first half, not quite able to close out a couple of really good drives, but just not able to finish it off.
Yeah, for Central, they just need to change their tune, should we say. You know, come the second half, you got to cut down on the mental mistakes. You can't have those pre-snap penalties, and you got to put some points on the board. They've only scored 14 points this year. Let's see if they can put together some drives and stop making those crucial penalties.
Their defense has held its own. This Pinkerton offense is a powerhouse. They are playing exactly the way they want to be playing. I mean, we came into this knowing that they were the team to beat, and they are who we thought they were. They come out, they have a nice tight formation. They rarely split anybody out wide. They run it up the middle, and they do it very well on the shoulders of their big number 48.
And that's what we expected tonight with Pinkerton. For the first 2 games of the year, they put up 73 points, and we're only through 2 quarters tonight. They already have 28 on the board.
They're on pace to almost match what they've put up in the last 2 games. This is exactly what Pinkerton wanted to do with this game, and let's see if the Little Green, not quite sure if they're going to be able to come back and win this thing, but if they can cut out those mental mistakes, they can make this a very, very competitive second half.
Look at this interesting formation right now for Central.
This is the first time we've seen them kick off all game, and I don't think I have ever in my 34 years seen a kickoff formation quite like that. Looks like he's running out of the tunnel, and he squibs it for an onside. And Pinkerton does make the recovery.
So if you're Central right now, you're just pulling out all the stops. You got to do anything you can to try to win this ball game.
This is trickeration all over the place. Just trying to find something that works. And they're definitely still searching for something to work. But on the Pinkerton side, like I said, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Keep running power football, and if they can't tackle you, there's no point in even throwing the ball. Just keep running it right down their throat.
Little Green in their 4-4. Run it up the middle, number 48. Runs over the safety for a 15-yard gain on the first play of the second half.
More of the same, Jake McGinnis. Just hard-nosed football, running it right up the gut. 220 pounds coming at you. Try to stop this.
I mean, he just ran over number 20, Luis Sanchez, and he's going to feel that for at least a few days. Another run up the middle. Does get brought down about a 4-yard gain. 2nd and 6 at the Central 32-yard line. Central still lined up in that 4-4 thus far this drive, keeping those 8 men in the box. Pinkerton, a wing to the right, 2 halfbacks. Fake the handoff, long throw, wide open, touchdown. 32-yard touchdown, but there is a flag on the play. Holding on Pinkerton, going to bring that touchdown back. Little Green got lucky there.
Yeah, that was a beautifully designed play. Play action, roll to his right. He was wide open, found him for the touchdown, but penalty flag brings it all the way back. Takes points off the board.
And that, because of the success of the run up the middle, that play action, the corner bit so hard that that wideout was open. He had yards and yards to run. The safety barely got over in time to drag him down at the goal line.
I don't think that'll be the last time we'll see that play run again tonight.
Oh, no. Another couple of runs up the middle, another play like that, and it's going to go for long yards.
2nd down, 16.
Hands it to the halfback, number 9. He gets back to about the original line of scrimmage. It's going to be 3rd and 10.
Nick Rodwood can make a tackle at the 35-yard line. Third down, 10.
False start on the offense.
2 penalties this drive. This is not like Pinkerton. They had, what, 2 penalties in the entire first half. Making a couple of mistakes. Central may have hopes of staving off a score this drive unless Pinkerton can get a couple of big plays like they've shown they can do. Pinkerton's wide out to the left is very far out to the left. Double wing, single back, straight drop. He gets sacked. That's Central's number 55, Adam Kensu. Puts him way back to back to their own 49-yard line. They are bringing on the punt team.
For Central, that's what you wanted. You get out of this, no points on the board, and now you have the ball and a chance to come back. Make a stop early on in the second half. That gives you a lot of confidence.
Absolutely, especially after that botched onside to start the half.
And definitely was helped by that penalty call, but anything, they'll take whatever they can get at this point.
Yep. That is a high punt coming down at the 15, touched, and then brought out of bounds at the 12.
Luis Sanchez out of bounds at the 12-yard line. Central takes over 1st and 10. Once again, that winning 50-50 number this evening is 396-272. The winning 50-50
See who's in there, the starting quarterback. They did make a switch in the second quarter.
396-272.
Looks like number 3, Joshua Jerome, is going to remain in.
I didn't see anything by Gilroy being injured. I don't know what happened with him.
He made a couple of bad throws. He did have, honestly, he had that one play where it was a design quarterback keeper, and he went down hardly getting touched. I wonder if the coach saw that too and decided, no, we're going to put this up-and-coming junior in there who has a little bit more heart and willing to drive hard for that.
Robinson on the tackle.
2nd and 8.
So another drive for Central, backed up deep in their own end. They have a long way to go. It feels like it's been like that all night long for them.
It has. There have been very, very few times they've started with good field position. Pass to the left. Looks like he is just shy of the first down.
So McGarvey's back in there after being injured earlier in the game, and he's their best weapon.
Absolutely. It's good to see him back in the game. You hate to see someone go down with an injury. I'm glad he's back and doing well, making that completion. Here it is 3rd and 2. 8:16 left in the quarter. Designed run, gets the first down up to about the 25-yard line.
Quarterback keeper right up the middle. Like you said, he showed hard on that play, diving right in for the first down.
And that was more of a wildcat design play. There were 3 halfbacks basically in the backfield, if you could look at the quarterback as a runner. And the other 2 just jumped right in front of him, and he rode their tails to the first down. All right, 2 wideouts back under center with an I formation. Tight end to the left. Hands to the halfback, and he gets eaten up by numbers 44 and 11.
Evan Wilson in the backfield just snuffing out that run, stopping him for a negative loss.
Evan Wilson and Evan Suarez.
Looks like we have a player down on the field right here.
Looks like that's number 27, Carlos Romero, is down on the field. It looks like they're working on his left leg. Looks like they're making a few substitutions. The pressure that the trainer's putting on the ball of his foot, I'm hoping it's just a bad cramp. Yeah, he's coming off on his own power, trotting. Hopefully we'll see him back soon.
Nice round of applause for him as he comes off the field.
Number 3, Joshua Jerome back in there to make the call. We got 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Single back shotgun. Quarterback designed keeper. Gets it up to the 29-yard line. 3rd and 6.
Jerome carries to the 29. McDonald on the tackle.
So for Central, it's a no-frills offense. They're just running the ball right up the middle. They have those wildcat plays and the quarterback keeper plays, but not much else. They're not throwing the ball down the field at all.
No, they're not throwing it down the field. It seems to me that Tyler Gilroy was their passer, and now that Jerome is in there, they are more of a run offense. But spreading the receivers out like that has opened it up in the middle just enough for them to get a few yards every down.
So we'll see what they draw up here. A 3rd and 4.
It's like the
29-yard
referees are
line.
conferring about something, or there's a timeout on the field. No timeouts have come off of the scoreboard. But there was water and coaches on the field, so. Same formation, 2 wideouts on either side. Shotgun.
3rd down 6, 29-yard line.
Yeah. False start on number 16. That's Andrew Canadas. Another mental mistake.
Central Carolina 5 yards of legal procedure. Started at the 24.
And that hurts. That goes from a 3rd and 6 to now a 3rd and 11.
Same formation. And that was just a miscommunication between the quarterback and the receiver. They were definitely not on the same page there.
Looked like Sean Kelly turned to his right, the ball came to his left, and he had no idea where it was coming from.
4th down 11, 29-yard line.
Looks like they're going
4th
for it
and
here.
11, and they're going for it on their own 29. This is a play of desperation. Lofts it high, misses the pass, turnover on downs.
Not too sure what they were doing right there. Another turnover on downs. Now their defense is going to have to bow up. Sets up Pinkerton with great field position.
So
like you said,
I am very confused by that call. On your own 29-yard line, 11 yards to go, going for it on 4th down. Not quite sure what the coach was thinking there.
Puts a lot of pressure on Central's defense when you make a play like you decide to go for it on 4th down your own end.
And going against a power offense like this, it's up the middle, fake the end around, gave it to number 2. He gets the 1st down at the 11-yard line.
Jacob Albert using those wheels again, powers for another 1st down.
You know, they faked the off tackle to the right, got it with the counter to the left, and got out there for about 15 yards.
Now you start to see the fatigue set in.
Up the middle again. Number 44 in for the touchdown. Evan Wilson.
That's just a fullback power right up the middle. They've been doing it all night long. And you can see Central right now, a lot of hands on their hips. Their defense is winded.
Oh, yeah. They're getting run all over is tiring.
And it doesn't help you when your coach puts you in a bad position there, backed up that far in your own end. They go for it on 4th down.
2 plays, and they're in. Or you could have punted and given yourself more than 2 chances. The extra point is good. Pinkerton is up 35-0 over Central. 6:34 left in the 3rd quarter. This isn't shaping up to be much of a game, is it?
Nope, it's exactly as advertised. We talked about early on in this game. Central had to do everything right to be able to be in it. They made a lot of costly mental mistakes, pre-snap penalties, some questionable coaching calls going for it on 4th down.
Yep.
And they're in a bad position right now. And for Pinkerton, as advertised, like we've talked about, power football, run it right up the middle, and they've been dominant.
And the Pinkerton program, like we said earlier, they've had the success for a long time. You see these players moving around. You see where they are on the sideline, on the field. Everybody knows their job. The run back gets it up to about the 23-yard line. Believe that was number 20, Luis Sanchez. So right now, because of the deficit in the score, where one team is up by so many points, the clock will continue to run instead of stopping it at incompletions and first downs. So this really puts pressure on the little green to get something moving and get it moving quick. Screen pass. Misses the screen pass.
Just out of the outstretched arms of Evan Smith.
Number 34, he had blockers in front of him. If that ball was just 5 inches too lower, he would have made that catch and could have had a decent gain out of it. 2nd and 10 from their own 23. Long pass. Referees are ruling it not a catchable ball. I thought that might have been a little bit of interference. That defensive back did have his arm on the receiver, but the ball fell well short and no flag.
Interesting to note, Tyler Gilroy is back in there at quarterback after being out of this game earlier on.
I think it's a shift in strategy that Gilroy's more of the passer, so they're bringing him back in because they need to get the ball moving. And Pinkerton is able to knock that down, and Gilroy with a beautiful ball right on the hands of his wide receiver. But number 2 there, been talking about him all game, gets back to break that pass up.
Jacob Albert, beautiful defensive play, using his wheels, getting there, breaking up that pass.
4th and 10.
Not going for it here.
They're not going for it. Although in this exact same situation 2 minutes ago they did. The punt is away. Great bounce for Central. Gets it back to, looks like they're going to spot it at the 37. 37-yard line, 1st and 10 for Pinkerton. Let's see if Central can make a stop. Got to stop the run up front. I mean, we've been talking about the number 48 going right up the gut all the time, but you don't get up the gut like that if you don't have a stout line in front of you.
Yeah, the offensive line has been consistent all night, great blocking, and you have a runner like Jake McGinnis carrying the ball, it's tough to stop.
Motion, fumble. Pinkerton is able to recover their own fumble. It just didn't quite get from the center to the quarterback.
Central almost with their first break of the night, just not meant to be. A miscommunication with the handoff there.
Looked like big number 74 for Central right up front. A big boy got in there to mess around. Some trickeration in the backfield. Number 20 is off to the races. Gets taken down at about the 17-yard line. That was a huge gain.
David Clark, end around, had me fooled. I was looking completely opposite direction. Next thing I know, David Clark's down the right sideline.
Same here. I was looking right in the middle of the field. There were 2 good fakes right up the gut, had everybody looking the wrong way, including us. And then out to the sideline goes number 20 for a huge gain, 1st and 10 from the 17.
That's one of those plays I wish we had replay to see that again, because I don't know what happened there. Next thing I know, David Clark is trucking down the right sideline.
Central gets into the backfield, finally gets some motivation and gets a good stop in the backfield. 3rd and 14 from the 21.
Carried on the play. Williams on the tackle at the 20-yard line.
Yeah, Central's D-line's got their hands on their hips. They are winded.
13.
Pass play. Quarterback trips over his own man. Gets about a yard or so gain out of it.
Hayden Shattuck just rolled out to his right. He was looking downfield and tripped over his own man.
Couldn't make a decision quick enough. Decided to keep it, but didn't. Had his eyes downfield instead of right in front of him. Up the gut. Penalty marker on the play.
Will Brown carried on the play.
Looks like a false start on Pinkerton there.
Yep, it's going to come back. Now got 3rd and 16 from the 24-yard line. And that brings us to the end of the 3rd quarter. Pinkerton is up 35-0. I'll give it to Central. They are showing an honest effort out there. They're not quitting. They're playing hard every down, making a couple of mistakes. Biting on those inside runs, though. That has cost them. You said it before, when they bit and they missed that pass and then had to end up coming back for that penalty, that last long run was the exact same kind of bite into the middle. A corner comes in, thinks it's a run, leaves the outside contain wide open, and he's off to the races.
Yeah, we've seen Pinkerton tonight just dominate the running game, and when you dominate like that, it opens up those play actions.
Exactly. So if they try a few passes, maybe we'll see a screen. We did see the Little Green try a screen a minute ago, not too successful. Only on the accuracy of the throw, though. The setup for the screen was well designed and executed by the lineman and the running back.
And I think if you're the Central coaching staff, what you want to see in the 4th quarter is just clean it up.
Yep.
Don't make any mistakes. Don't make any penalties, and just play the game the right way. And I think at this point, it's moral victories. It's 35-0.
Yep. Little Green, hard hit, intercepted. Little Green with an interception, turnover. Number 7 is that Benjamin Mickus.
Intercepted by Benjamin Mickus of Central.
Looks like he threw it right into his arms there, and that's what Central needed.
And that, there was a hard hit on the quarterback. He released it as he was getting hit, took a little, lofted it just over the receiver, and there was Mickus to pick it off. Looks like we have another quarterback change.
And there was confusion right there. The quarterback was looking at the coach.
They
look like he
called
didn't know
a
what he was calling
timeout to
play.
save the clock. Got number 17, Jerome Rogers, making the call in the huddle. The offense is on the line, ready to go as the defense comes back over from the sideline. Shotgun, 2 running backs. Penalty marker, false start on the offense. So you get the turnover, and then you make a mental mistake.
And it looks like they're in the Wildcat formation because we have Jerome Rogers listed as a wide receiver and a defensive back. So he's not a quarterback. They're running that Wildcat, and it shows right now.
Don't have somebody in that huddle who's used to running a huddle trying to run the show. Got a great run out of this. Almost gets up to the first down.
That was a run by Aiden Kelly, and he was the guy that was playing the trombone at halftime.
Look at that, dual skills. Playing the trombone at halftime to getting a 13-yard run in the fourth quarter. Yeah, false start on the right side of the Little Green line.
That's at least half a dozen pre-snap false start penalties on Central tonight.
Absolutely.
That's just a lack of discipline right there.
Yep. There's just going to be, all day, Monday afternoon, they are going to be practicing snap count drills.
Yeah, you can see head coach Ryan Ray on the sidelines just shaking his head.
Corners are playing very deep. Handoff up the middle. Breaks a tackle. Breaks another. He's got a good run. He is out to the 46-yard line with a great run. He broke 2 tackles to get about 30 yards.
It looked like he was tackled up high as well. I thought there was going to be a face mask penalty there.
I thought so as well. It must have got the front part of the shoulder pads under the chin, because that did look like it got a face mask. Little Green with the first down. Still got that Wildcat setup. Oh, no, he's throwing. And dropped the ball.
It's that short pass out to the right. It looked like he had it in his hands. He was juggling it. Just couldn't make the completion.
Little button hook going out, turning back toward the quarterback. Ball came right at his chest. He just bobbled it. Second and 10. Right up the middle, and it is stuffed.
Hit by half a dozen guys there. There was nowhere to go. They stacked the box there.
Central making a couple of positional changes. Looks like Pinkerton's running a fourth. Almost looked like they were doing a 5-3. Oh, almost a touchdown pass, but just barely knocked down by, I believe it was Pinkerton's number 5.
That was a 3-step drop for Jerome Rogers right down the right sideline. It looked like he got him in the hands.
There is a penalty marker out on the field.
Looks like it's going against Central.
Let's see what the referee says. The penalty is declined. It is 4th down. So instead of a repeat 3rd down and backing them up, they'll just let it be 4th down. Because it is 4th and 12. And they are switching out the offense and punting.
On formation number 16, Andrew Canotas.
Number 20 back to catch the
It's
punt.
fumbled.
Fumble recovered by the little green. That was Pinkerton's David Clark dropped the punt. And then Central's, looks like number 4, Aiden Kelly, the trombone player, comes up with the fumble recovery.
Green will start great field position the first time tonight.
I think this is only the 3rd time all night that they have made it this far down the field. On Pinkerton's 29-yard line, 1st and 10. Got a breath of new life with 5:43 left to go in the game. And almost intercepted. That was an ill-advised throw. Definitely a miscommunication because the wide receiver was going, and I believe the quarterback thought he was going to turn back for it.
Yeah, he was expecting him to break there. He didn't break. He kept going, and he threw that right into the defensive back's hands. Unfortunately for Pinkerton, he dropped it.
Second down, 10.
Shotgun snap, 2 running backs, 2 wideouts. Hands it off up the middle to Aiden Kelly. Still on his feet, tries to spin,
Aiden Kelly carried on the play.
gets swallowed up by the defense. That 4-3 defense of Pinkerton is plugging all the holes up front. They have not been able to do anything up the middle. Every time they've gotten any decent gain, it's been either an off tackle or a sweep. Going up the gut against that 4-3 is just not working.
And that's where you're seeing Central's offense, what they lack in the pass game. They're not able to run the ball, and they don't have much of a passing game right now. And Pinkerton's stout 4-3, you're not running the ball up the middle.
That middle linebacker keeps inching up like he's almost lines up as a lineman half the time. Going outside, got some speed, cuts it back. Aiden Kelly off to the races. Touchdown in the 4th quarter for the trombone player, Aiden Kelly.
Aiden Kelly's been the one bright spot in this 4th quarter for the Green. Central's going to have more players playing a halftime marching band.
It seems to be the luck of the band. I mean, I hate to say too little too late, but we saw it coming by halftime. The game was pretty much in the bag. But at least we've got some bright spots.
There goes the shutout.
There goes the shutout. Hey, the Little Green has only scored 14 points in the 2 games before this. They've got 7 points right now. Just got to improve every week. That's all you got to do is improve every week.
And it's nice to see Central still competing. You know, you're down 35-0.
Yep.
You don't see guys quitting out there. And they got rid of the shutout. They put points on the board. And now they have something positive to work off of.
Yep. They had that ball bounce just the right way off that fumbled punt return. They were able to capitalize on the turnover. Now it'll be interesting to see what kind of kickoff the Little Green does. Are they going to kick it off, or are they going to onside it like they did to start the half?
At this point, you might as well try that trick kickoff formation again that we saw earlier.
With the kicker running down the tunnel.
Down the tunnel.
Looks like they're lined up in more of a traditional kickoff formation. Number 7 is kicking it. Benjamin Mickus gets it back to number 2, breaks a tackle, able to fight his way up to the 33-yard line.
It's nice, you can feel a little bit of energy here now after that touchdown. The band down to our left, getting the fans pumped up.
Keeping the fans into the game. Miscommunication on the Pinkerton side. They're making some substitutions, can't get the play in, and they call a timeout. Well, that Central band and those Central fans, they are having fun down there. May not be all that much fun on the field, but they are keeping the spirit alive in the stands, that's for sure.
Friday Night Lights, downtown Manchester. It's a beautiful night. I mean, hey, we got some points on the board. They like to see their team score. So let's see if the Green can put up some more points.
Like you said, it's a beautiful night. We got the Manchester skyline in the distance. We got this beautiful, brand new turf field here at Gill Stadium. This is the first season with this turf. It just went down very recently, and it looks great. Last time I was here was for the Turkey Bowl last year when the snow was coming down. Couldn't see the lines, couldn't see the players half the time. This has just been a gorgeous evening.
And I like the look of the baseball diamond in the middle. It reminds me of Oakland, the Coliseum, you know?
And the Coliseum will no longer be home to Oakland, so we got to keep that tradition alive here in Manchester. Another run up the gut, breaks a couple of tackles, gets into the secondary, gets a first down into the Central 45-yard line. Looks like they're spotting it at the 46.
Jack McKiernan, the fullback, just another fullback power right up the middle.
This coach definitely knows how to put his players in the right positions. He finds the skill set, and he knows the slot that they need to be in. Hands it up the middle again. That little under handoff that the quarterback is doing. When he comes out from under that center, he's just standing straight up, but he's putting the ball real low down into the fullback. And the quarterback standing straight up like that, I think that's what's freezing the linebackers, because they think he's standing up to turn and give it to the halfback, but he's keeping that ball low, and that underhanded handoff is working very, very well. Handoff to the halfback coming around to the right side, not quite able to get a good turn around the corner, still gets 6 yards out of it.
And the end around Nicole Yannico picked up a couple of yards there. Nice pursuit by the Green.
23-yard line. Second down 3.
Another end around, gets taken down in the backfield.
That's Aiden Kelly with the tackle. He's all over the field.
The tackle in the backfield backs him up. It is 3rd and 8. We said at the beginning of the game that this Central team is a very young team, and Aiden Kelly being a sophomore, that bodes well for the future of this club.
Yeah, he's a real good-looking player.
They try to run it up the gut again. They get about 4 yards, but it's going to be 4th down and 3.5 half.
Clock's running. 35
Clock is
seconds.
running. There are only 33 seconds left in this game. Looks like we might get one more playoff. Maybe not. Doesn't look like they're gonna call a delay of game. 35-7. Good bright spot in the second half with Aiden Kelly making a couple of big plays, scoring that touchdown. But that is the end of the game here at Gill Stadium in Manchester, New Hampshire. The Pinkerton Astros defeating the Central High Little Green 35-7 here in Gill Stadium. Thank you to my co-anchor here, Daniel Gannett. My name is Dan Hanna. Thank you for tuning in to Manchester Public Television's Friday Night Football. Congratulations to Pinkerton Academy, and my condolences to Central High School. Better luck next time. Great play by all. Have a great night.